Dear participants, we're going to start in a few moments' time. Thank you.
You all to the FTP Day 2. Now I request Emmanuel to deliver prayer.
Let's all stand up. Please close our eyes. Praise the Lord. Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today for asking your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this faculty development program with the concept of new age narratives. Lord, help us to be engaged in meaningful discussion, and thank you for the opportunity to interact with Dr. Sunitha Kuppuswamy, Assistant Professor, Department of Media Science. Lord, bless her with good health and strength, and predominantly thank you for the management who takes good initiative for us. Thank you for hearing my prayer. In Jesus' name, Lord, I pray. Amen.
Now I request Dr. Mahalakshmi ma'am to welcome our guest.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I deem it my pleasure to welcome you all for the day 2 of the Faculty Development Program on Exploring Landscapes in Media Education and New Horizons in Media Research. The topic for today's session is Media Literacy and Millennials. We are now living in the age of technology and information explosion that demands us to possess a high level of media literacy, which is nothing but the ability to decode the media messages and assess the influence of those messages on the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, all with thoughtfulness and conscience. Today, we have with us Dr. Sunitha Kuppuswamy, Assistant Professor, Department of Media Sciences, Anna University, to take us through the importance of media literacy, especially with the millennials. It is my privilege to introduce her. Dr. Sunitha Kuppuswamy did her interdisciplinary research in the field of media, information, and communication technology for sustainable coastal disaster management. Excuse me. She has published many research papers in national, international conferences and journals. She has also been a content provider for India's first campus community radio, Anna FM, since 2005. Her main areas of research include promoting the use of technology in development communication. She is currently guiding many PhD scholars in various media topics, and I'm delighted to say that I am one of them. We are extremely delighted to have you today, ma'am. Thank you.
Now I request Ahmad Rasul, HOD Electronic Media, to facilitate our guest. Now we can start our section. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you to the faculties of Patrician College, Department of Visual Communication. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here and give a talk on media literacy. So today's session is going to be on visual content verification. I think this is a faculty development program. So there might be a number of faculty who is yet to start their research work, who is in the middle, of their research, and who might have gone far, towards the end of your research. So whichever stage you are in, media literacy is something which can be applicable at every stage of your research. And people who are yet to start their research, you can think of starting a research on any topic under the vast topic of media, information, and literacy. As far as developing countries like India is concerned, there is very, very little research work concerning this particular topic. So if you can think of taking any topic related to, media literacy, it will be great. And I hope this session will be insightful to each of you in picking up topics, under media, information, and literacy. So let me go into the session. So first of all, I'll be talking about the basics of fact-checking techniques. So in order to, understand the process of fact-checking, first of all, you'll have to understand the messages which you are receiving through different social media platforms. How many of you are, I think I should not ask this question. All of you should be in Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and things like that, right? Yes? Anybody who is not in Facebook, not in Twitter, not in Insta? 1, okay. 2, okay, okay. So most of us, we spend so much of our time, okay, in social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and things like that, right? So we come across a lot of visuals, right? It can be either a photo or a video. So we come across a lot of visual information through these social media platforms. Am I right? Yes? Okay. So what does this visual imply, or what kind of an impression does it have on each one of us? Visuals, they leave a everlasting impression on us. Am I right? Okay, so let me talk more about the importance of visuals. So visuals, when I say, it brings life to words, right? So rather than presenting a message through text, okay, through words, if I'm adding a visual, along with the text message, and if I'm trying to communicate that, it is even more effective. Do you all agree? Yes. So visual has that power. Okay, visuals, they have the power to to increase our understanding to whatever is being communicated. It enhances the experience, the overall experience of the communication process. It eases the readers or the viewers to understand, to have a greater understanding of the message which is being communicated. So that's the power of visual. So in media, in the world of media, if you take up, photos are said to make or break a story. Am I right? Have you heard this? Yes, in your journalism classes. Yes, photos have the power to make as well as break a story, right? So they impact our choices. Okay, you get to choose by seeing a visual. Okay, and it also impacts one's behavior. It also impacts one's behavior. How? Let me talk about impacting on choices. Okay, how many of you have been to departmental stores? Almost all of us, right? On a daily basis, we go to departmental stores. So next to the bill counter, you will have a big box full of chocolates, right? So every time I go pay a bill for some product which I'm taking from the departmental store, I easily get attracted towards the dairy milk chocolates that are present inside the box. Why? Because of the visual appeal that it has got. Okay, it is catchy. Okay, the color of the dairy milk is catchy, and the text or the image, the picture which is embedded onto the cover of excuse me, on the cover of the chocolate. Okay, it is attracting me towards that particular product. So it influences my choices. Am I right? It also influences one's behavior. How? What is information? A photograph? Am I right? A photograph is an information? Yes? Yes? Do you all agree? Okay. An ad is an information? Yes? A news? Propaganda? Yes? All these are information. Now, what do you, how each and every information that you come across is going to influence you. So let's take up an advertisement. It is influencing you to buy an item, right? It is influencing you to buy a product. Am I right? Yes. Let's take up a propaganda. So a propaganda influences you to believe an idea. Do you all agree? Yes. A propaganda influences. It makes you to believe in an idea. Right. So if it is a news item, it is making you aware of what is happening with regard to whatever they are speaking about, right? It is giving you an information. Am I right? Yes or no? So it influences your behavior. It influences your choices. Okay, so that is the power of visuals. So let me discuss, some photographs, some visuals, which has left an everlasting impression on ourselves. Okay, let me talk about mine. So if I would like to talk about a photograph which still stays in my mind. I think I came across this photograph a few days back, a few weeks back. Okay, it's about Syrian earthquake. Okay, only the picture was shared, I think, in one of the family groups of mine. Okay. So the picture, it shows a baby, maybe a 10-month-old baby, okay? Only the face of the baby is peeping out, okay? And the rest of the body of the baby is trapped in debris, okay? And there are a lot of scratches all over the face, of the baby. And see, the image is still, it retains, okay, in my mind for a longer period of time. That is the impact of a picture. Okay, so it's about Syrian earthquake, which happened recently, but there might be a lot of photographs. So many years back, it would have, we would have come across, that photograph, but still, it would have, retained in your mind for a long, long time. Okay, so that is the power of a visual. So let me take you through some of the important or impactful photos, okay, which which has created some kind of a change in the society. Okay, so can you remember this photograph? This photograph is associated with the Vietnam War. Okay, so this is a Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph. It was taken by Nick in the year 1973. Okay, so this is a very, very impactful photograph. You can see children who are running off from the explosion site, and you can see one child. So he is running away from the explosion site with other children, ripped off her burning clothes. Okay, so this photograph was highly impactful during those days. Okay, it was highly impactful. It was it created impact to such an extent that the America's involvement in the war ended after this photo went viral those days. Okay. I mean, once people started, noticing this particular photograph, the association of America in the war, it ended. Okay, so that much of power a photograph has got. It can stop someone's involvement. In a war. So you can think of the power a photograph can have when it comes to conflict resolution. Okay, so this is yet another photograph where this is again a Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph. It was taken by Kevin Carter in the year 1994. So this is from Sudan. Okay, this is from Sudan. You can see the main subject, that is a child. A young, child. Okay, she is crawling towards the feeding center. Okay, which is set up by United Nations. Okay, and you can see how weak the child is. Okay, because of poverty, because of the situation that is prevailing in that particular country during those days. And you can also see a vulture. Okay, so the vulture is placed a little closer to the viewer. I think there are a lot of details in the picture. You can notice, those details. So the vulture is placed a little closer to the viewer, and the vulture is waiting. Okay, the vulture is waiting, or I should say that it is trying to stalk, the child. So anytime that can happen, okay? And there are a lot of other details in the picture. If you see the background, you can have an understanding that, there is little vegetation. Okay, it's a barren wasteland, and you cannot connect the background with any kind of, human activity at that point of time or, in the recent past. Okay, so it can also depict the drought condition, okay, in Sudan. So you get a lot of information from the picture. So this picture, once it was taken and once it was, published, a lot of, it had made an open call to a lot of countries, to help, the situation that was prevailing in this particular country. Okay, so picture has a lot of power. It can bring in, everyone towards a particular issue and try or think of, solving a particular problem. This is another, award-winning photograph by Danish Siddiq in the year 2020. And you can see the person, he is a migrant worker. Okay, so he is carrying his child and walking with his family and friends. So this was after the announcement of lockdown in order to limit the spread of coronavirus during 2020. So I think it was a 21-day lockdown. So the migrant workers, they didn't know what to do because for tomorrow's food, they'll have to earn. Okay, they'll have to work, earn tomorrow for tomorrow's food. Right, so all of a sudden when there was an announcement about such a long 3-week lockdown, they didn't know what to do and they wanted to get back to their villages. So for returning to their villages, there was no transportation. They'll have to, choose to walk. So many miles they'll have to walk, hundreds of miles they'll have to walk, carrying their children, taking their family along with their friends and their luggages. They walked for so long, and this is a picture on that. So this person's name is Bayram Kushwaha. Okay, so he's carrying his 5-year-old child, and this is also a picture which has, created an everlasting, impression on the minds of, us, okay, on all of us, because you have to, think of the state of migrant workers, not only migrant workers, most of us, okay, the underprivileged people, what kind of, an impact, the 21-day, announcement of 21-day lockdown was having on people who are underprivileged. Okay, so as I said, visuals have the power to take such information and place it on the minds of your audience. Okay. Then this is another picture which shows Indira Gandhi with the Congress party members. Okay, and this picture shows power. Okay, so a picture can also show power. Okay. Then visuals, they also have the power to trigger change. As I said before, it can end a war. Okay, it can end an association in the war. Okay, it can make the whole world come together and help someone or some country. Okay, so it has the power to trigger changes that is required for global problems. So let me just run through images, okay, and you will have to think of these images and let me know what comes to your mind when you see these images. Okay, so this is an image which this is actually cut off from a Facebook post. Okay, this image was shared from through Facebook, through different social media platforms. I think this is from Facebook. So if you see the image, what comes to your mind when you see the image? Just see the elements that are present in the image. You are having text. You're having text. You're also having a picture, right? So here you have two elements. One is the text and the other one is the picture. So text and picture are together presented as, a single message. Am I right? Okay, it is posted as a single information. Okay, fine. So this particular photograph, you can see that you have the image of Dr. Ambedkar, okay, which is displayed on the wall of Russian President Vladimir Putin's meeting room. Okay, what comes to your mind when you see this particular picture? Do you think it's true? Do you think in the Russian president's meeting room you have Dr. Ambedkar's photo at the background? Do you think it's true? No. Why? Or how? When you see the picture, what all do you see? Keep thinking. Let's see whether it is true or not. Okay. So I'm showing you another picture. So it shows Albert Einstein, who is cycling away when there is a bomb explosion at his background. Okay. So can you see the picture, all of you? Yes. Okay. Do you think this picture is true? Is Einstein, cycling away when there is an explosion at his background? No? Why? Can you see his smiling face when he is cycling away? Yes? So when there is an explosion here, do you think I'm going to have a very smiling face? Yes? Do you think I'm going to carry a smile? No. So you have visual clues in the photo. You take up a photograph or an image, you have a load of visual clues which will help you figure out whether it's true or not. Okay, so how many of you think this picture is true? You can figure it out? Yes? At least you are getting a small doubt? Yes or no? Answer. Okay, next picture is about a Syrian boy, okay, who is sleeping between the graves of his parents. Do you think this is true? Yes. Okay, there are two graves and the Syrian boy is sleeping between the two graves. So this picture is true. Okay. Always look for visual clues. If there are any visual clues here, look for that. If there are no clues, then how else? You will have to think. You will have to think whether it's true or not. Most of you say that this picture is the right one. Okay, there is no fake element in the picture. Okay, let me see. Okay, there is yet another picture which shows, this is again a Facebook post. Okay, so here again you have two elements, text embedded with a picture. Okay, so the claim of the picture is that the Indian Air Force, they have airlifted nearly 800 Afghans, okay, in the aftermath of Taliban, who has took over, Afghanistan in the year 2021. Is it true? Yes. Yes. So you see people, okay, and you can see that they are getting airlifted. So IAF is airlifting, Afghans, saving them from their place. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Let us run through the process of fact checking and figure out whether it is true or not. Okay. Okay. So let's see the truth of these images. So this is Einstein. Okay. So he is not flying away. Okay. He's not, cycling away when there is an explosion at the background. So he is in front of some building. Okay, so this picture, so he's carrying a smile because he is cycling in front of a building. Okay, so this picture is taken and is placed in the place of explosion. Can you all understand? Okay, so this is a fake image. It's a manipulated image. So always look for visual clues. Okay. Next. See, actually, this is not a Syrian boy who is sleeping between the graves of his parents. Okay. So this photo is from Saudi Arabia. Okay. And the boy here is the relative of Saudi Arabian national Abdul Aziz. Okay. So this was shared in his account, okay, and the child is playing with mud and, stones, okay, and it has nothing to do with graves or nothing to do with Syria, okay, it is totally, from some other country, okay. So blindly, even if you do not have any visual clues, blindly you're not supposed to believe an image which is posted on social media platforms. Always you will have to have your third eye. Okay, you'll have to work out your third eye. You'll have to check for authenticity. Do not believe information just like that. Okay, so next image is about the IAF, Indian Air Force, lifting so many number of Afghans. Okay, now actually when we did fact checking on that particular image, we found that it has nothing to do with Afghans. Okay, this picture was from Philippines. Okay, when the people over there was airlifted, okay, the picture was taken during those days. I mean, during that time, and not, it has no association with Afghans or Taliban or Indian Air Force. Okay, so here you have to look for visual clues. As I said before, Afghans. So how is their costume? Okay, you should have thought about the costume. You should have linked costumes with Afghans and see the picture. Okay, so you have to develop doubts. Okay, you should not trust just like that. You have to develop doubts. You have to dig deeper into what you see. Okay. Then, so visuals are something which I can say that they are easy carriers of mis and disinformation. So here you have two types of information. One is misinformation, the other one is disinformation. Okay, so visuals are the ones who act as a carrier of mis as well as disinformation. How and why we'll see in the coming slides. So technology, the advent of technological boom in this 21st century has made everything easy. Do you all agree? Yes, all of us have a smartphone. You want to create a meme, you have a template for that. You want to create a troll, you have a template for that. You want to create a fake news, you have templates for that as well. Okay, so everything has become very, very easy. You have apps for everything. Okay, right in your smartphone, from your hands, from wherever place you're sitting, you can do a lot of things. You can create umpty number of things, right? So technology has made it easier to create believable fake messages. Okay, and if you take up only the text, okay, and only the visuals, see, there is no scope for much, fake information in these two when it is presented separately. But when these two are joined together, when it is presented, when these two are embedded and when it is presented, so naturally you have a lot of scope for fake information, in those messages. So you have to be very careful, okay, and you have to think of the association, the context with which a particular picture is presented, the context with which a particular text is associated with that picture. And for the uninitiated, like, I think for the students, this is the first time you are listening to misinformation, disinformation, things like that, right? So for the uninitiated, okay, when you think blindly, okay, whatever information you receive through different social media platforms might sound true, might look very true, okay, but when you start posing a question on that, when you start doubting the authenticity, credibility of a particular message, so that time you will know how to proceed with fact checking and information. So for the uninitiated, distinguishing between what is fake and what is real, is very, very difficult. Okay, so you'll have to start practicing fact checking techniques. You'll have to start using the tips that are today's session. I'll be talking about I'll be giving you a lot of tips on how to go about fact checking photos, images which you are seeing through different social media platforms. So you have to start practicing it every time you get a message, every time you encounter an information. You have to think whether really this is true, whether it can happen. You have to look for the visual clues. Okay, just like that, you should not believe any information. So I said there are two types of information. One is misinformation, the other one is disinformation. What is misinformation? Misinformation is an information that is false, okay? But the person who is disseminating it believes that it is true. Okay, so if you take, let me take myself as an example. I'm part of a number of groups in WhatsApp, okay? So I'm part of a number of family groups also. I have my maternal family group, my in-laws group, okay, a number of family groups I'm part of. So there we have elders, right? So most of the elders, their children are in US, so they get them big smartphones, tablets and all, they give it to them. So they start using 24/7, they will be on WhatsApp. Do you all agree? All of you are also there 24/7 on WhatsApp, Facebook, Insta and all. Every minute you update things, right? Okay, even elders, they do that. Okay, So during COVID-19, okay, when we were all at home, things like that. That time, what happened? One of my Perima cities and all, okay, all big mothers and all, they started sharing a lot of information about the precautionary measures that I'll have to take, for protecting myself from COVID-19. Okay, one of my big mother said you will have to have ginger and lemon daily so that the COVID-19 will never near you. Even if it comes, it will fly away. Okay. She said she sent lot of information like that. She said daily I'll have to take ginger and lemon. Daily she will share that message, and she will also make a call and ensure that I have taken ginger and lemon daily. Do you think ginger and lemon is going to safeguard me from COVID-19? It will make the COVID, fly away when it nears me. It will come, it will smell ginger and lemon, and then it will leave. Is that so? Definitely no. But actually, ginger lemon is good for health, but it has nothing to do with COVID-19. It will boost up your immunity. All that is fine. But do you think it will save me from coronavirus, getting infected from coronavirus? No, not at all. Okay. But she ensures that I do this daily. So what? See, I was a little patient for 2-3 times. Okay. Then I said, this is a fake news. You cannot believe like that. So WHO is also not endorsing such any kind of information like this. So you should not believe. So I started, talking about fake news, not to believe things that we get that is being shared, forwarded in different social media platforms and things like that. She went wild. Okay. And all the elders, they joined together and they were against me. Okay, there was one point where they were about to remove me, from the Facebook group, from my own family group. Okay, they all went wild. Okay, see, they are sharing that information out of goodwill. Am I right? Okay, they believe that the information is true. Okay, out of my goodwill, out of the goodwill, in order to save their generations, okay, in order to save the children from their own family, out of goodwill, they are sharing that information, believing that the information is true. Okay, so this is misinformation. Okay, that's information that is false, but the person who is disseminating, who is sharing, who is forwarding, they believe that it is true. Okay. Excuse me. So the next type, the other type of information is disinformation. What's disinformation? Disinformation is information that is false, like misinformation. But the person who is disseminating that knows that it's false. Okay? It is a deliberate, intentional lie. Deliberately, intentionally, he is lying. Okay. See, I don't like, all of us are working in some place, or we are students in a college, in a class or something like that, right? So I don't like one person. So what do you do? What people do? I don't do, but what people do? Intentionally, deliberately, they put a blame, right? They blame, or, they create some kind of a bad image. They put down the image of, the co-worker or co-student. Okay, so intentionally, deliberately, when you share a false information, okay, in order to put down the image of a person, okay, it can be someone next to you, it can be someone who is working with you, it can be your friend, it can be anybody for that matter, okay, or it can be a political leader as well, it can be a political party. Okay, so what happens, with the political parties? They accuse them, the other one accuses the other one. Okay, all accusations are happening. We do not know whether that accusation is true or not. In order to put down the image of a person, of a political party, or of someone who is gaining popularity in the society, in the community, or, in the workplace, or any, thing for that matter. So when you put down the image by accusing, okay, so it's an intentional lie. Deliberately, when you are doing that, that is called as disinformation. Okay, so this is the difference between misinformation and disinformation. Now, what do you see in the slide? You see two horizontal lines with fins. Yes, one facing inwards and one facing outwards. Now, tell me which one is longer. Second one? Second one, right? Okay, second one. Okay, let me remove the fins. Now you see both are the same, but some of them they were able to figure out. Very good. You're all very good fact checkers, future fact checkers from Patrician College. Okay, so if you see here, if you see the image here, with the fins, okay, it is manipulative. Do you all agree? It is manipulative. Okay, one seems to be longer than the other. Okay, but when you remove the fins, when you remove unwanted information from the actual information, okay, or when you remove a part of information and see, this is another perspective of, looking at something, okay. When you do that, you get to see the real picture. Okay, so here I would like to explain the concept of Muller-Lyer illusion. So Muller-Lyer illusion is about how we naturally believe what we see. It's nothing wrong, okay? See, we're all not born fact checkers. We're all not, born, every one of us, we have to apply our critical thinking skills, okay? In order to figure out whether this is right or not. All of you come across different people in your daily life. Yes, different people you meet in the bus stop, you travel together, or you meet in the college. You are able to figure out that this person is good, this person is bad, this person is fake. You are able to do, this is banda, this is shy type. You are able to figure out how you are applying your critical thinking skills. You apply your critical thinking skills and analyze. Am I right? The same thing you have to do with every information which you encounter in different social media platforms. You should not believe what you see. Okay. You have to learn to mistrust your impressions. So when I showed two horizontal lines with fins, right? So what is the first impression when you see the fins? The second one was longer. Am I right? So immediately you should not come to the conclusion that the second one is longer. No, you should not do that. Okay? Always try to mistrust your impressions. Okay? Or you have to have a doubting character, not with regard to everything in your life, but then you'll have to, at least analyze each and every information which you get through social media platforms. Mistrust, learn to mistrust, okay, your impressions. And always look for evidences, always look for facts, okay, always look for data, some kind of relevant data, okay, authentic data from a credible source. With regard to health information, what are the credible sources? WhatsApp, Facebook. We get a lot of health information, right? Every day. Ida noya, ida pannunga, ida or tumbler, ado tumbler mix pannunga, saapdunga ida noy podu, right? We get lots of information through WhatsApp, health information. So what are the authentic or credible, sources for health information regarding coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic? There were a list of websites which was provided by WHO, World Health Organization, right? So whatever precautionary measures that you'll have to take up, you will have to, get that from those credible sources, not from WhatsApp. Okay, not from someone who is, writing for pages and pages, read more. You should not click on that and get the information. You should learn to mistrust. Always look for evidences in that message. Okay, so there might be a claim, WhatsApp COVID-19 period, WHO Parindurayin Padi, there were a lot of messages. Yes, can you believe that? Yes. But through WhatsApp, when it is shared, you should not believe that. You have to go to WHO website and you see whether it has actually parindurichirka. You will have to check. Okay, you will have to check for authenticity in the website, which is quoted in the WhatsApp message. Okay, so always look for evidences, always look for data, and always look for facts. If you don't do this, you will never again be fooled by illusions. Sorry, if you can do this, you will not, fall prey to such mis and disinformation. And of course, you can very easily figure out that the two lines are of the same length, and the second one is not the longer one. Okay. Now, I will run through some slides which talks about, which will show you some of the tools, okay, that can be used for fact checking, okay. And in between, I'll give you some tips also. So, in the slide, I had listed some 5, extensions, okay, which will be helpful for fact checking, okay. So, one is Google Lens. You can download that from your mobile only, and then Fireshot. So for taking screenshots of some images which you got through Facebook or Insta, things like that, you can grab a screen shot of that using Fireshot. And then one tab, if you would like to work with the different tabs, in case you are doing fact checking, you're referring to a number of websites. Okay, so you might have to access different tabs at a time. So that time, one tab will be useful for you, and then Google Translator. So we get messages in Malayalam, in Telugu, in Hindi, right? So not many of them are good in all the languages. Okay, so you have problem with language, so you can use Google Translate, to translate and get to know what they are trying to say. And then Invid. So carefully note this tool. Invid is a useful tool for image verification and also for video verification. I'll talk more about this in the coming slides. Okay, so I'll show you some photographs in the coming slides. Okay, and you'll have to see whether they are actually real pictures or not. Okay, so this is one of the picture from Facebook. I think it's from Twitter, right? Yeah, I think it's from Twitter. Okay, so this, it's written on the slide. So this was created as an image when Friday prayers were being offered on an Indian road, and it has blocked the traffic in a big way. Okay, do you think this is true? No. Any yes? Yeses? No yeses? All no's, huh? Yes. Can you tell me why? Why it's no? Why it's not true? Yes. You don't have? Okay, there is no bus like this, bus in this color in India. Is that so? Any state which has got a red colored bus? Double tucker. Iniva. Okay, double tucker buses are there in India? Yes or no? Other states? India low states. The claim is saying that it's an Indian road. No. Indian road illa. Any other things that you can see from the picture? Okay. I'll take you through the fact-checking process of this particular image. There are 3 steps, okay, which you will have to follow for fact-checking process. For doing a fact check. First step is you have to look closely to extract information from the picture. Okay, look closely to the picture. So now visual clues. Okay, always look for visual clues. Okay, dig deeper into the you'll have to look deeper into the picture. Okay, you see the picture. I'm seeing the picture. I see a bus. Okay, very good that many of you pointed out there is a bus. You were thinking of the color of the bus, whether the bus is in India or not. You think pannirkeenga. Very good. All future fact checkers. Very good. Okay. So red color bus. Okay. So any bus will have a text. Yeah. Namma text irka MTC. MTC dane. Yes. And it has a text on the bus. So you can zoom into, the bus and check what is written, on the bus. From the text, you can figure out whether it has happened in India or not. This is one visual clue. Second one, I see an arch-like thing. Can you all see? There is an arch-like thing here. Green color. Next to the bus. Okay. away from the bus, there is a compound wall, okay, and then you have an arch, sorry, what is that? There is there is a name board, Ilya, am I right? So what is written in that name board? So from that you can figure out, which place is, from which place this has, happened, right? You see a number of cars. Cars will carry nameplate. Nameplate TN, Tamil Nadu, MH, you can, get the nameplates from the name board. You can figure out what the place is. Yes? Yes or no? Right. So first one is look closely to extract all the information hidden in the image or video. Second one is zoom into different parts of the picture. Maybe in one corner of the picture, you will get a clue. Okay. So look in corner of the picture, you will have to zoom in and check for some visual clues. Okay. So for this, you can think of using inwards magnifying lens. Okay. Inwards magnifying lens tool use, you can think of zooming in to different parts of the picture to find out if there are any visual clues. And then whatever you have found out from the picture, try to make a list of that. Okay, so once you did that, go to step 2. So step 2, you have a list, right? You have a list of visual clues written on a paper. Now what you do from the list, okay, you try to develop some keywords. Okay, இப்போ Patrician Collegeக்கு எப்படி வரணும் அப்படின்னா Patrician College அடையார் address அப்படின்னு போட்டா I get all the information over Patrician College admissionல இருந்து எல்லாமே I get information from Google, right? So what I do, I use keywords. I need to come to Patrician College. Patrician College அடையார் address, அதான் எனக்கு வேணும், right? So I put that in Google search bar, I get all the information. Contact address, contact number, who is the principal, what are all the departments in Patrician, all information I get. Am I right? Yes or no? Okay. I also get suggestion for Google Maps. Go into this, it will show you the direction. Okay, I get lots of information on what I'm searching for, right? So you will have to frame keywords. Okay, you will have to frame keywords and use Google search bar, okay, to find out whether there is any article related to what you are fact checking, whether there are any related images with regard to what you are fact checking. So here it is the road blockage and people sitting on the road. So when you are framing keywords, keyword tool might be very helpful for you. It will suggest you keywords, right keywords. Maybe when you are beginning, when you're starting the process, you can think of using this tool. But once when you keep doing it, you'll become well versed in, getting the right keywords, which is appropriate for a particular image. Okay, and so what I had done, so in the Google search bar, I had written Friday namaz holding up traffic in India, right? Okay. So these are the keywords I had chosen. So I'm clicking on the submit button. I'm getting a lot of articles related to the keywords which I had posted, right? So there are a number of fact-checking organizations which would have busted or debunked the information already, like Alt News, The Print. There are a lot of fact-checking organizations. Nowadays, every news organization has got a fact-check desk separately in order to figure out whether the information which they carry is true or not. Okay, so I get a lot of articles related to the image, and from one of the article, I'm able to find out that this image is from Bangladesh and not from India. It has nothing to do with India. So Bangladesh la irundha edho oru picture eduthu unnecessarily, I told disinformation deliberately. Okay, deliberately for putting down something or someone or some, it can be a political party, a person or a political group, anything for that matter, okay? Deliberately, they had, coined a message for that, and they are disseminating that information. Okay, so this is how you will have to run through the process of fact checking. There are 3 steps. First step is you will have to look for visual clues by closely looking at the, going deeper into the picture, nook and corner you will have to watch, then keywords, and then you will have to look for the articles. Okay. And third step is yet to come. Okay, so second step is keyword search. So in that process only, you will get a number of articles from which you can figure out whether it's right or fake. Okay, so this is a picture. This is another example of a picture. So it shows a person. So the claim of the picture is that this is the picture of a Maharashtra Chief Minister, Mr. Eknath Shinde, with his auto. Okay, so what we did, as usual, we start off with process, step 1. When we got the articles, keyword search and articles, when we got the list of articles concerned with this particular photo, we get to know that actually Eknath Shinde was once, associated with auto driving and things like that. So we started believing, okay, maybe this is true. Okay, and then we looked for visual clues. There is a name number board on the auto. So when we started digging deeper on the number of the auto and things like that, so maybe the Google might not fetch you the relevant results in the first page itself. It has 10,000 pages. One of 12,288 page. Results. So maybe in the first page itself, you might not, get the desired information. Okay, in the 112th page, okay, 112th page, I got to know that this person is the president of an auto association. Okay, and the news item it was in a Marathi local newspaper. In that local newspaper, this information they carried, saying that a number of recreational activities is being conducted by this association, and so is the president. And the president's, photo, was, it was published in that Marathi local newspaper. So in 112th page only, I got to know about this person. So he has nothing to do. This picture is not, the chief minister of Maharashtra, and he has nothing to do, with Mr. Eknath Shinde, right? Okay. So I'll run you through some of the interesting pictures which went viral in different social media platforms. So you just make a note of it, and you can think of doing a keyword search and figure out whether it's fake or not. Okay. So this is a rare pink elephant. Okay. This was shared in Facebook. It went viral at some point of time. Okay. And it claimed that it was found in some regions, of India. So can you figure it out? Yes. So do you get any visual clues from this? Yes, very good. When we did keyword search of this particular image, we found that this image, we found it under the archived page of some website, Freaking News, website. Okay, actually it's a image sharing website. On the website, they had held, there was a Photoshop contest which was conducted by that website. Okay, so this was one of the, one of the contestant or one of the, participant has, done this Photoshop work, and they have this particular image in the archives page of their website. So this is not, we do not have any pink elephant in India. So it's a fake one. Okay. The next image is about a truck. Actually, this image shows a truck in Moscow. Okay. So the truck carries the image of former president, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Okay. So as soon as you see the image, do you think it's real? Excuse me. Yes? No? Why? May I know the reason? There's a lot of scope for manipulation, right? Because it's the backside of the truck. Okay, say actually if you do a keyword search, okay, you get to know, you get a lot of related images with regard to this particular picture. So there you see that the background of the truck is plain. There is nothing, okay, at the background. Okay, so they had, manipulated, they had, photoshopped their images and they had made it viral. This is again fake. Okay. So how do you use the inward tool? You will have to type inward Chrome extension. You will have to download and then install it as an extension in your Chrome browser. Okay. So this tool will be very helpful in fact checking photos as well as videos. Now I would like to take you through an important concept called as reverse image search. This is the step 3. First step in the fact-checking process is to find the visual clues. Second one is keyword search. The third one is reverse image search. Reverse image search is, see, in the keyword search, what do? We have, some words, okay? We put it in the Google search bar. We submit, we get lot of articles related to, we get information pertaining to what we are searching for, right? So from those articles, we find out whether the information is right or not. The same concept is applicable to reverse image search also. This is with regard to images. We are not dealing with text. We are dealing with images, okay? We have only the image. So what we do, like how we had given the keywords onto the search bar, okay, we are going to give the images. We are going to upload the images, okay, and we are going to get the results of images pertaining to the image which we are trying to fact check, okay. So from those relevant images, we are going to figure out whether that is fake or real. Can you all understand? Okay, so for this, what we are going to do is, so you have the Google search bar. So at the end of the search bar, you will have a mic icon. Yes, next to the mic icon, if you see, there will be an icon which says search by image. So once you click on that particular icon, you will have a dialog box getting opened. You will be having 3 options inside the dialog box. Either you can drag in the photo, okay, from your system, you can drag it onto the dialog box. So whatever images you would like to fact check, first of all, you have to download that and keep it onto your system. Okay, so from the system, either you can drag it and put it in the dialog box, or you can copy and paste it in the dialog box, or you can pick the URL directly, okay, from the Facebook page or Twitter page, from wherever, you get that, wherever the source is. So copy the URL of that image and paste it in the place where it is asking for URL, okay? And then once you do that, you submit, okay, you are uploading the image onto the Google, okay? So once you submit, what happens? You get all the images and relevant information pertaining to the image which you had chosen for fact checking. Got it? Okay, so always remember that whatever images or videos that is there in different social media platforms can be removed from internet anytime. Am I right? I don't like my profile picture, I can remove it anytime. I uploaded a very motivational video on my Facebook account or on my Twitter page or tweeted. I don't like that page after, I don't like that video after 1 week, I can remove it. Okay. So if you are saving the URL of that video, it might not be of help in case if you're going to fact check it a little, if you're going to take more time, for fact checking that. Okay. A delayed process might end up with loss of information. Okay. So always instead of taking the URL of the photo or the video, try to download that and keep it, in your laptop or desktop, so that whenever it's required, you can do a fact check of that. Okay, so anytime it may be removed from the social media platforms. Okay, so be aware of that. So, I think I explained what is reverse image search. Yeah, Invert also helps in verifying videos. How? See, I said if you would like to verify a photo, you are clicking on search by image, you are uploading the photo and get relevant information. How do you verify videos? How do you upload videos? Do you have an option for that? You don't have an option for that. Search by image there, search by video, right? So what you have to do, what is a video? You have images stitched together, right? In some, frame per second to make it a video. Am I right? Right? So you have to unthread the stitching, okay? You have to unthread the stitching. That is being done by Invert. Okay. So when Invert is like, you will have another search tab in the Invert. Okay. When you upload your video, what happens? Invert is going to give you 4 thumbnails. Okay. Invert is going to give you keyframes of the video which you had uploaded. Got it? Okay. So when I say thumbnails, or when I say keyframes, see, what is a keyframe? So here we are unthreading, okay, the images, which means it is a picture. It becomes an image. So you get a couple of images, a couple of pictures with which you can do reverse image searching. Am I clear? Okay. So we have video and break panni, we get images. So on the images, you post it again and you do a reverse image search, step 3, and figure out whether it's true or not. Got it? So Invert is a tool which is useful for that. So there is more applications, which you can do. Invert has got a lot more applications also. Let me take you through that. So Invert also helps you in analyzing the videos from Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So these 3 are the major social media platforms through which a number of fake information has been disseminated, right? So from these 3 social media platforms, you can download videos. You can use Invert to run through and figure out whether it's right or fake. And it also provides a detailed metadata about the video. Okay, and it also gives information about the video rights, okay, of the one which you are uploading, of the one which you are trying to fact check. Then it also has a magnifier tool. Okay, remember I talked about this in the previous slide also. It also has a magnifier tool, so that helps in looking deeper into the image which you are choosing for fact checking. And then it also has another feature, another tool called as optical character recognition in order to, work on the text that is present in the images. You can separate only the text in the images and, it will help you in the fact checking process. And then there is another tool called as forensic tool. It helps detect alterations, okay, that has been done in an image, in the manipulated image. Okay. Then, so this is the Google reverse image search which I was referring to. Can you see the what is that? Search by image icon next to the mic icon. In between the 2 icons, you have a small one, right? So that is the search by image icon. When you click on that, a dialog box will open. You will have 3 options. You can copy paste or drag and drop, or you can paste the URL, okay, for the image which you are trying to fact check. Okay. Okay. So this is an example of with regard to COVID-19, so the picture claimed that during 2021, when the pandemic was in its peak, okay, this picture was shared in almost all the social media platforms, and it claimed that the biker, okay, who is carrying his mother with an oxygen, he's carrying his mother with an oxygen cylinder on the bike because there were shortage of beds in the hospitals, Okay, the number of people who were affected was on the rise. It was in its peak. So hospitals did not have beds for accommodating people. Okay, a lot of cases were there, and that time this message was circulated, was on the rounds on social media platforms. But actually, when we did reverse image search of this photo, we found what do we do for reverse image search? Either do a keyword search or go ahead, upload the picture. Okay, upload the picture and try to find out relevant articles related to that picture. So these two steps fetched us an article which says that this picture is not from India. And when did COVID-19 struck India? 2020, Jan. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. And this picture was taken somewhere before 2019. Okay. This picture was taken before 2019 and it was from Bangladesh and not from India. So before COVID-19 struck India, there was some health problem, for the mother, and the son is carrying her, along with the oxygen cylinder. It has nothing to do with COVID-19 pandemic. It has nothing to do with the unavailability of hospital beds in India, things like that. Okay. So if there is a crisis related to that crisis, the crisis, how well it can be used by, disseminating fake information. In the Mario group post, they are trying to use that crisis situation, okay? And they create posts, fake posts, and make it viral. And poor people, they fall prey to such fake news, like ginger lemon drink. Mari poor people, they fall prey to such news. Okay, and see, ginger lemon is one. See, if someone is believing that information, so the what do you call? They might very easily, get exposed to COVID-19. They might think that I'm having ginger lemon daily, so COVID-19 is not going to affect me. Okay, so they are themselves increasing their exposure to the virus. Okay, believing fake news which is being circulated in social media. So it is creating this fake information or misinformation is creating some kind of an impact. Okay, on the society. It is on the individual, on the society, or on the community, or on the entire nation. Okay, the impact which is being created is to such an extent that sometimes the damage created cannot be reversed. Okay, you all know what happened during vaccination. Okay, I mean, when a lot of vaccines were introduced, people were scared to take up vaccines. Okay, thinking that there might be side effects, for the vaccines, right? So, see, vaccine was the only, solution for safeguarding ourselves from COVID-19. A lot of misinformation, disinformation was spreading, related to, or there were people who are working against, the vaccines that was developed by India, or which the government of India has released for people. Am I right? Okay, so it has got an impact. It has got lots of impact on the entire nation. So that is why you will have to fact check every other information which you come across in different social media platforms. Okay, so this is another search engine. This is called as Yandex. Yandex is actually, like Google. Yandex is a Russian-based search engine. So this particular search, and see, we come across a lot of messages, right? Some are specific to our country. So some images might be from other countries, right? So Google might not fetch relevant results for images which is away from India, right? So Yandex is a Russian-based search engine which is effective in verifying content, from Russia and nearby, countries. Okay, so I'll give you an example for this. So it has a lot of, features like it can recognize faces, it can recognize structures. In case you would like to, fact check a building, if someone is standing before a building, okay, and if he is, what do you call, if he is involved in some what do you call, some incident, which is affecting some political party or things like that. So you can see the backdrop. Okay, you can see the infrastructure. The buildings which are there behind him. You do not know where that incident is happening. So you can take a picture of that building. You can put it in Yandex and figure out the place where that incident is actually happening and whether that information is true or not. Okay, and it also identifies digital assets like logos. Okay, and it's also capable of recognizing flipped or altered images. Okay, then. So coming back to Dr. Ambedkar in the Russian president's meeting room, shall we fact check this? Yes, actually, if you see, this particular image went viral in all the social media platforms on 131st birthday of Dr. Ambedkar. Okay, so it claimed that in the meeting hall of the Russian president Vladimir Putin's meeting room, it was placed. Okay, so I think you can see the picture of Dr. Ambedkar between the two flags. You can also see there are three of them are sitting beside, and here you have 4 to 5 men sitting, and you have a pillar. There is a black pillar, right? Right? Okay. So I am interested in the picture, not on the text. Am I right? Am I right? I am interested in the picture, but actually picture is embedded with the text. Okay. So what I do, I crop only the picture. Okay. I crop only the picture. You can use a simple snipping tool. It's default in your what do you call in your window. In your Windows, it's a default tool which is available, snipping tool. Okay, you can use that. You can crop the image. Okay, and do a reverse image search. It happens in Russia. So which search engine you'll have to use? Which is appropriate? Yandex. You can use Google also, but which is appropriate? Country specific. Yandex might work, better results for you, right? Okay. So here you see when we worked in Yandex, when we did a reverse image search in Yandex, the original image, it had the Russian national emblem in the background. In between the flags, you have the, what do you call, the pillar, the black pillar. Can you see that? And you have 3 men, okay, and group and 4 men are sitting on the other side. Now, how do you confirm whether this is the right picture? We do not know. A lot of pictures are available on the internet. Okay, when we did the search, how do you confirm that this is the right picture? Just because the Russian national emblem is placed at the background? Yes? No. You have to confirm with a lot of things. I'll tell you how. So the reverse image search fetched a lot of results. See the images. If you want your photo to be in Vladimir Putin's meeting hall, you can place that. A simple Photoshop will do. If I want mine, I can place that. So how do you confirm that this is the right, this is fake, and how do you confirm the right one? You have to look for, again, the visual clues. You have to, see the table. You have to check the, width of the table, the length of the table, okay, whether it matches. Okay, you will have to check for the, what do you call, the beam, pillar. Okay, the black pillar, which is there in the photo. They had cropped on, see, from the original picture, they're not taking it just like that, entirely, right? They are taking a part of it, they are manipulating, am I right? So you will have to see, look for visual clues, how well they have manipulated, whether it matches the original picture and things like that. Okay, now it confirms that this is the original picture which carries Russian national emblem. The other one, the Dr. Ambedkar's, picture is a manipulated one. Okay. Okay. So this is another example. This post was shared as a, the picture claimed that this is a scene from floods, that happened in Bangalore in May 2002. Is it true? Shall we check? So what do we do here? Again, I have, see, இது வந்து பெங்களூர்ல தான் நடந்ததுன்னு கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்றதுக்காக, to make all of us believe they are adding a text in Kannada. Okay, so I'm not worried about the text. I'm not interested in the text. I'm interested in the picture. Whether it has happened in Bangalore, I want to fact check that alone. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm using snipping tool. I'm cropping only the picture from the, I think this is a Facebook post, right? So I'm cropping only the, image from this post, and I'm doing reverse image search. Remember step 3, I'm doing a reverse image search. When I do this, I get to know that this did not happen in Bangalore. It happened in Nepal. Okay. And it happened in Nepal way back in 2005. 2005 வந்த flood, அந்த picture எடுத்து 2022ல நேபாள்ல வந்ததுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு they are sharing. Clear? This is how fake, images are, information is being circulated in social media. And we also see that, and we also share it. ரொம்ப disturbing image, and we share it with our friends and family, right? So we try to believe that இப்படியும் நடந்திருப்பாரு, இவ்வளோ flood per car எல்லாம் மூழ்கிருச்சுன்னு we try to forward. Okay, forward it to our friends and family. Am I right? All of us forward messages, right? So next time you forward any message in WhatsApp or Facebook, any social media platform, think. Okay, think, fact check. Okay, only when you believe that it is true, after fact checking it, then if you feel it is important, okay, if you really feel it is important for them, then share. Okay, so think before you share from now on. Okay, so this this picture is from Uttarakhand, not Nepal, sorry. This is from Uttarakhand and not Bangalore, and it happened in October 2021. Okay, I said 2005. Actually, it happened in 2021 and not 2022. Okay, there was another flood image, the airport எல்லாம் it's floodedன்னு சொல்லி 2005ல நடந்தது வந்து இப்போ நடந்த மாதிரி flood. See, any disaster strikes, fake news creatorsக்குலாம் பயங்கரமா வந்து they will get into நினைக்கிறேன். ஓகே, எப்போ எங்கேயோ ஏதோ நாட்டில் நடந்த flood messages, images, cyclone imagesலாம் எடுத்து போட்டு இதுதான் நம்ம ஊர்ல தான் சொல்லிட்டு they share இது fake news. And we also must have experienced 2015, all of us were affected by floods in Tamil Nadu, right? 2015, do you all remember? Yes, entire Chennai was affected. So those images were shared every time, even in the last year when there was, the last few years when there was a cyclone or there was a flood, every time, those pictures were shared again and again and again, claiming that, during the recent times only this has happened. So we'll have to be aware. Okay, do not believe the, message. the images just like that. Run a fact check and then share it. Okay. So I'll run through some of the pictures. Maybe you can think of doing a fact check when you find time. So this is, this picture claims that the Moderna's COVID vaccine, it causes monsterism. Okay, maybe there is some other health disorder for this poor man, but the claim was like the COVID vaccine has caused monsterism. Okay, so we'll have to run a fact check, okay, before sharing this. But what people do, as soon as they see, on the times the vaccination introduced பண்ணும்போது, when we were all scared of taking a vaccine, that time it causes monsterism, பார்த்துன்னு சொல்லிட்டு we all share this information just like that, right? So you'll have to be aware before sharing such information. And this picture, this is of an exotic turtle found near Panama. It's like pink elephant. Okay, so you'll have to fact check and find out whether this actually existed. Okay, and pictures like this, so many are there in Facebook. Damaged roads in India. Do you think this is true? Yes, sir. Personal experience? Okay, you'll have to run a fact check, okay, believing that the roads are like this in India. And these pictures, they were shared claiming that it belonged to a zoo in Mirpur, Bangladesh. Maybe it is true. We do not know. You have to run a fact check and find out. See, every other information you get through social media might not be fake. That also is there. Okay. So you have to fact check and find out whether it's real or fake. Okay. Maybe it's suffering from a deadly disease. So it's like that. We do not know. You have to fact check and figure it out. Okay. And this post was shared as the claim was like mosques being set on fire in Tripura. So it says pray for the Muslims of Tripura. So we'll have to figure out whether it's true or not, because a lot of communal clashes, might be triggered, okay, with the help of these fake images. So we'll have to be careful, okay. 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 So if there is an image, okay, you are interested in fact checking of that image. So you do not want the background. Okay, you want to remove the background, or you feel that only the only one element in that particular image will be helpful for finding out whether this image is fake or real. So what do? If you would like to remove the background, maybe you can use remove.bg tool. Okay. For removing the background. I'll give you an example. So this picture, it claimed that the woman, she's Greta Thunberg, okay? She's a Swedish climate activist, okay? So she's traveling somewhere. So while traveling on the train, she's having a lavish meal, and poor children, they look on to her from outside the window. So that was the claim. So here, what are you interested in? You are not interested in, you see the picture, just you see the picture and look for visual clues. Can you see the children over there? They are sitting in front of a house. Am I right? Okay. Don't you think, do you think train passes, the train route, and can you relate it? Okay. So, we get a clue. Another one. Okay. Another one is maybe we will, see, there is a chance that these two images are morphed, right? Am I right? Okay. So what we'll do is we are interested in one part of the image. Maybe Greta's image alone we'll have to cut. So I'm using the background tool. I'm cutting off the children part. I'm taking her alone. Okay. So I've taken her alone. And I'm doing what? A reverse image search. Okay, I'm doing a reverse image search, and I found that she, in her Twitter page, has posted this image. This is the original image. She's traveling. It's in Denmark. Okay, she's traveling in a train having her lunch. So lunch in Denmark, and you can see what is there in the window. Okay, so that window part is alone morphed. Am I right? With the children. In order, what is this? This is misinformation or disinformation? Disinformation. Deliberately, intentionally, in order to put down the image of a particular person. It can be a political party, it can be a political person, it can be a social activist, it can be you, me, it can be anyone. Okay, for putting down the image of someone, something, some organization, institutions, anything for that matter. They spread such disinformation. Okay, so you'll have to be very careful before sharing this. Just like that, do not do this. So children might look very pathetic, right? They might look very pathetic. When you see these two together, you feel very bad. I also feel very bad. But just for us, for feeling very bad, for the children, you should not share disinformation. Check before you are sharing. Then Google Lens is another important tool, which it's a powerful tool which helps you in many ways during the process of fact checking. Okay, so it helps you search for images, copy the text inside your images. It also helps you to translate. Okay, so what you can do, you can download that using your phone only from the Play Store, you can download. Okay, and when you open the app, this is how the UI looks, and you have a lot of features over there. You can import the image, use this icon, import the image from your phone, any image, a lot of products. Okay, you can fact check using Google Lens. So you can translate the text, check for authenticity. You can help in copying a pointed text, and you can take a picture of this mobile, and you can in all biodata about this mobile you can get using Google Lens. You want to know about this mic, you take a picture, you will know what type of mic is this, unidirectional, bidirectional, what other types. Cardioida, enna mic, what is the model number, okay, what is the rate, today's the rate enna, where it is available, make enna, everything you can get to know using this Google Lens. Okay, and it also helps in scanning barcodes and products. And it can point at food dishes. You can also point at buildings, places. Okay, but now if I'm taking all the what do you call cameras, if I'm taking a picture, I can use Google Lens and figure out that this is placed in Patrician College and not anywhere else. Okay, so Google Lens will be helpful in pointing at buildings, places, things. Okay. So here, if you would like to fact check on a product or an image, now choose the image which you want to fact check. Now, this is the full image, the first one. So you need to crop only the part which you are interested in, which is going to on which you are going to fact check. So you are cropping it, and then you are getting related similar images related to what you are fact checking. So from that you dig deeper, you will get a lot of clues, figure out whether it's right or not. And then we encounter a lot of messages where text is embedded, right? So you can't type in all the text, right? So in some cases the text will be in some other language. Hindi I don't know, okay, Telugu I don't know. So how do I go about fact checking of such messages? Use Google Translate. Google Lens will help you. And if you select only the text part, you can copy it onto Google and go about with the actual 3-step process of fact checking. Okay, and you're interested in only one part of an image, structure. Okay, so here this part alone you crop. Okay, paste it, do a reverse image search. Okay, you can find out what that building is. Google will give you all the biodata of that building, where it is, who constructed it, what is the situation over there right now, everything. Okay. Now, always you will have to look for unusual features in a picture. Okay, because some pictures will be flipped. It will be flipped horizontally or it will be flipped vertically. Now, can you see this is a horizontally flipped image? Okay, so it's very difficult, okay, when it comes to fact checking flipped images. You need to be very careful. You need to spend some more time when you're working on flipped images, and you will have to think of using appropriate tools, okay, for fact checking flipped images. So here you have to look for unusual features like name boards, text along konjam different irukum. Okay, it will be unusual in the case of flipped images. So that is a clue for you to think that whether this particular image is flipped or not. Okay. And because the text might be in reverse, okay, that also you'll have to note. And then the buildings or the people, okay, their posture and things might sound or might look unusual. Okay, you'll have to carefully note those things in order to identify whether it's flipped or not. Okay. Then visual investigation, I think I explained this before itself. So there is no separate tool for visual investigation. So what you're going to do, a video, you're going to put it on Invid, you're going to break it, okay, into images. Okay, so you're going to unthread the stitched images, right? So when you post it onto Invid, you will get thumbnails, you will get keyframes. That is an image, right? So with that image, you're going to perform the as usual, whatever we are following, the 3-step process of reverse image search, we will be doing it to find out whether it's real or not. So this is in the tool where it has, the slide shows it that it has extracted the keyframes, thumbnails, okay, from a video. This is how it will give you the keyframes, okay. So in each frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 3, 18. You get 18 keyframes here in the slide, right? So 18 keyframes, you will have to pick the keyframe which has more elements, okay? You can pick a set of keyframes which has more elements which can help you in the fact-checking process. Pick that, run a reverse image search, okay, and figure out whether it's true or not. Same process you will have to follow. Another tool which you can use is Analyzer. Analyzer.com helps you to watch a video frame by frame. Okay, so frame by frame, when you watch a video, it will help you look for visual clues. Or a frame, let me know frame. Or a frame, it will help you. Okay, look for visual clues. You can try, to figure out if you have any doubts, or that doubt, might come up in, say, in the middle of one frame, while watching the video. So that will help you. When it is played in slow motion, it will help you in fact checking. And it works out for YouTube and Vimeo videos, okay, not for other videos. That is one of the disadvantage here. Always, when you have videos, when you fact check videos, you will have to look for sudden jerks or break in continuity, okay, to spot an edited video. See, remember that not all fake news creators are very good editors, right? Okay, so there might be a small flaw in the editing. Okay, there might be a jerk or a break. Okay, there might not be a smooth, editing in the cropped videos. Okay, so maybe you can think of looking at that. Okay, so this is a cropped clip of Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. He's talking about global elimination. So for eliminating COVID-19, the video claims that he is endorsing eliminating people can help eliminate COVID-19. But actually, the original video is not like that. Okay, it doesn't say so. It's a cropped one. Okay, so what is this, misinformation or disinformation? Disinformation for putting down the image of, yes. Now can you see baby dinosaurs spotted? Very good. Okay, this is actually not baby dinosaurs, but when you see, isn't it baby dinosaurs? Yes, right? கரெக்டா ஆனது பார்க்கிறதுக்கு எனக்குலாம் ரொம்ப டைம் எடுத்தது. See, actually, it's a reversed image. Okay, இப்படி ஓடுறத இப்படி பாருங்க. So, இப்படி ஓடுது இல்லையா, அது இப்படி பாருங்க. These are coatis. Okay, it's actually one type of mammals which is found in American continent. Okay, actually it's back. Okay, in the front part head, neck part the neck part, which is neck part of the dinosaur. The claim is dinosaur, இல்லையா? Yes, actually the neck part is a upright tail. Now you see, இப்படி போற மாதிரி பாருங்க. Okay, they are not baby dinosaurs. They are one type of mammals called coatis, which is found in American continent. Okay, and the image is reversed. Okay, see, actually they are going this way. Okay, it is again reversed. Yeah, same thing. Now can you see the picture? Yes. Okay, I think the video will play, but it's taking time. How much time do I have? Do I have time? Okay, let me skip this. Excuse me. listen. So in case of video verification, you always have to look carefully and identify the language, words, accent, names, clothing. I was talking about Afghans. I gave an example of Afghans, airlifting example was there, right? So you'll have to look for the clothing, signs of editing. So with the help of all these things, you can verify it's real or fake. Okay, and also look for jerks. Okay, and if there are any editing flaws, so that might also be a clue for you. Okay? Okay. So, idella examples. Okay. So, finally, there is no silver bullet for verifying photos or videos. So far, whatever I had, run through are the tips and techniques which you can use for fact checking. So what is going to help you for the fact checking process is the combination of reverse image search, which we had learned in today's session, and also smart keyword search, strong observational skills, and finally the good old-fashioned journalism. The good old journalism is going to help you. Okay, so you probing into, okay, always having the mind of digging deeper into an information. That good old-fashioned journalism is going to help you in the fact-checking process. For the research scholars and for the faculty, I hope the session would have been useful in giving insights on topics that you can take under the broad field of media, information and literacy. So I hope the session was useful to all of them. Thank you.
And dear participants, if there is questions, you can ask or you can put it in the chat box. Dear participants, is there any questions? Or you can write it in the chat box. You can convey it to the resource person. If there is no questions, we can end this session. Okay.
Ma'am, thanks a lot, ma'am. It was really an interesting section, ma'am. Oh, from next time when we share some information, we just cross-check it, we evaluate and we analyze it, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Martin, sir, Assistant Professor, Media Studies, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can choose and change the entire world. Nelson Mandela. With this quote, I would like to render my vote of thanks. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Almighty God who showered His blessing for this entire event. And I would like to extend my thanks to our academic director and secretary, Reverend Brother A. Stanislas, and our principal and our vice principals for their support and guidance. And I would like to thank our resource person, Dr. Sunitha Kuppuswamy, Assistant Professor, Department of Media Science, Anna University, for enlightening the knowledge of real and fake in media literacy and millennials. And I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our department colleagues, those who are behind the screen to bring this event successful one. Last but not least, I would like to thank the participants who are here physically, who are there in an offline mode, and who are there in an online mode. I would like to thank each and every one for this wonderful day, for Day 2 Faculty Development Program. Thank you once again.
Students kindly stay back with the guest lane.
Dear participants,
Yeah, sure.
there is a feedback link for the second session in the chat box. Please fill it. Thank you.